spirits of the Nephilim, the ancient ones.
Alright everybody, welcome back to the Diablo Sessions podcast. This is the Blue Post Roundup. It's been about a week, 2 weeks since the last one. PAX East was crazy and getting everything going for that. As I said before, I had a great time, did the interview. Glad the video is getting as many views as it is. Not taking the likes and more importantly the dislikes to heart. Great, it was nice to ask those kind of questions, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that at BlizzCon, hopefully later on at the end of the year. So with that, let's just move into the Blue Post for this week. I left one of them out, and I'll get to that one and why later. The first one is the quick question on dyes for the upcoming patch, specifically relating to legendaries and the dyes that we were going to be getting. It was not going to be happening for patch 1.08. Unfortunately, the devs have to retexture all legendaries that they did before the grand legendary buffing that happened. I think it was like patch 1.05. So with that, we have to wait probably till 1.09 to be able to dye legendaries. Not the biggest thing in the world, but it's kind of doing double work, and they probably could have saw this coming when they were redoing textures to make them look aesthetically pleasing as well as actually functional at the same time. Double work doesn't really pay off anyway. So moving on, next is the vote kick bug that's came into question, and what it is, if you don't use the public games too often, it's essentially when you get kicked or when you kick someone from a group, it doesn't prevent them from coming back into that very same group. So they're going to be fixing that in patch 1.08. The next one is the developer update part 2 for itemization blog is delayed a little bit. Basically, the developers that were on there were at the GDC conference, and that put a little bit of a hamper in getting the part 2 out to us to look over, review, and give to you guys and review ourselves. Just made a little note about that. They came on, said why, and it's not soon, it's very soon. I don't know if they're going to start trademarking very soon at this point with this game, but hey, you never know. Fourth one on the list is a web-based auction house. I guess the person was asking either a web-based auction house or something similar to what they have for WoW as far as the mobile app where you can check auctions and sell stuff like that. That's probably what they were getting at. And they're not going to go there. And I applaud them for not going there. I really don't think this game needs any more AH involvement or micromanaging from that standpoint as far as the economy is concerned. Because my big thing about the economy in this game is the AH is the economy. To make it very mute, very simple, make it like a 3-second soundbite. So making more access to the auction house is probably gold or real money is probably not the best thing at this point until they start ironing out fluctuations, itemization, classes, balances, and then after all that's settled, maybe move on to that. But I really don't think that's the most important thing to look at right now, and I'm glad that you think the same way. And the last thing that we're going to cover today is, of course, BlizzCon. Now, we know BlizzCon was happening, and BlizzCon is now officially going to happen in a more realistic sense as far as ticket sales go, starting at the end of this month, April 24th and 27th, not the 24th through the 27th, as I first interpreted when I read it. So what you want to do is April 24th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, of course everything's Pacific time, and Saturday, April 27th at 10 a.m. again Pacific time, is you basically want to be logged into your Battle.net account fresh off, especially with Authenticator, because it will eventually log you out. You can't do it but an hour before, then just go on, it will eventually log you out. And you want to make sure if all your information ready, you want to make sure to know who's going, if you're going with multiple people or just yourself. Make sure you have the funds, make sure you have everything, get it ready, because these tickets are going to sell out fast. My prediction is, has been in other podcasts, and I have a really strong feeling, is that we're going to get a lot of information from probably every IP in one way or another, along with that Titan news as well. Probably a little teaser trailer, basically what Titan Focus had on their website that I've been following here and there every once in a while. As far as teaser trailer, a little bit of knowledge, but nothing really past that. To keep us going for another year or two before they really start showing some gameplay footage and the classes and what else they're willing to show us at that point. So, just a helpful tip, and hopefully I will see some of you there, organize a little party, and we'll go from there. So with that, that's about it. The last thing that I wanted to mention that I didn't bring up was, of course, the big dev blog that hit this, like, about the patch 1.08. I think I want to do a separate expressions on that, probably 5 to 10 minutes, just go through everything, just give them my viewpoints, a little review. Now we've had about almost a week to digest it and go through it. So that's about it. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.